I'm Moscow. If this is your first time you've joined us, welcome to the party, otherwise welcome back. If you haven't already, don't forget to follow the channel. Tonight we're going to be running Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I have clipped together a brief recap. So without further ado, let's transition to
Here, Pater. It's been a long time.
Impossible. I saw you fall.
You were my father. You were supposed to protect me.
I loved you and your brother as if you were truly my own. But you are never mine.
What do you mean?
Find your mother.
Find her?
Wherever Merini is, she knows far more than I do.
It's really you. It's not some trick of the gods. No, I found you.
Nikolaos was your father. He was the man who raised you, until he took his Spartan duty too far.
He mentioned another. What can you tell me about him?
I always hoped you would never need to discover the truth. But there are things you need to know if we are to stop the cult.
What do you mean?
He sought me out before I knew your Nikolaos. I've not heard from him in a long time.
Who is he?
He's a difficult man to describe. He's many things, but the only way to truly know him is to meet him yourself.
So you won't tell me now?
There are details only he can provide. I hope when you meet him, you understand. You'll find what you need on the island of Thera. I've given your navigator the course. I'll see you in Laconia.
I'll be there.
May Poseidon keep you safe.
Safe journeys. Thera.
Okay. So, now, onwards to Thera. Hang on, let me get my notes back up. There we go. So, Thera, which is now called Santorini, is a volcanic caldera island. It erupted approximately 1600 BCE, so roughly 1200 years before the events of the game. There we go. It was one of the largest eruptions in recorded history. The volume of ejecta, how much crap was thrown up into the atmosphere, was roughly 100 cubic kilometers, which made it one of the largest eruptions in human history, in recorded human history. And so we're going to be heading down here to Thera. And there we go. The eruption was a contributing factor to the collapse of the Bronze Age Minoan civilization, which was located on Thera, and then also on Crete, which is located about 110 kilometers or 68 miles to the south of Thera. Obviously, it's a much smaller distance in the game. And the eruption and its effect on Minoan civilization may very well have been, and is is believed by some scholars to have been the source of Atlantis legends. The lost city of Atlantis, which sunk below the waves. Atlantis was first actually written about by Plato in the year 359 BCE. Plato was born in either 428 or 427 BCE, so he would just be a child during the events of this game.
This place is nice. There's the camp.
So we can see here ruins of a Minoan era palace and a conspicuous looking door there that very much does not match the local architecture.
These ruins look old. I wonder who built them and when. What are those towers?
So, to answer Cassandra's question, this would have been built by the Minoans, who flourished from roughly 3000 BCE. Whoops! That'll teach me to not pay attention to my surroundings. So the Minoans flourished from 3000 BCE to about 1450 BCE. The eruption here at Thera would have been at about 1600 BCE. The Minoans, their civilization ultimately really ended around 1100 BCE, so that would have been about 700 years before this game. So these ruins here, from Cassandra's perspective, would be far older than any European settlement in the New World is to us today. Well, somebody was here at some point.
Nothing but that tablet. I wonder what it says. So the light beams are the key.
So, the mirror puzzle.
It's aligned.
very dangerous. You go first. Thank you, Icaros. Mighty Hunter. Welcome. So we are here in ruins on the island of Thera, searching for information about Cassandra's father. And these ruins would be somewhere between the Minoan ruins, so they were built not less than 700 years before the events of the game, and possibly as many as 1600 years. I'm sorry, 2600 years. Minoan Greece was a going concern from 3000 BCE to about 1100
This looks to be in the right position.
BCE. And we have found a hint that says that the key to opening the door, which is over there, is aligning these light beams. It has been a little while since I did this puzzle, so I don't actually remember the solution off the top of my head perfectly. A little trial and error going on.
There. That should work. Now to try the door. Finally. Now, find where it is.
Yay! Yay! 61 iron metal!
Why would my father be here? It's hot in here.
Yeah, of course it's hot in here. You are descending into a volcano.
I should watch my step. No, 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 no! Shit!
Pro tip, don't step in the lava.
Nighttime. Good.
Okay, I know that she comments on nighttime and the sun rising in the morning, just based on what the ambient time in the game is, but I do find it amusing that she knows what time it is when she's several hundred meters underground.
What is this place?
Yeah, something tells me that the Minoans didn't
Time to take a dive.
make this place.
This place is huge. Hello? Ikaros! Traitor.
Greetings, Cassandra. Welcome to Atlantis.
Atlantis? Impossible. I thought it was just a myth.
There are many secrets in this world that are hidden behind myth and legend.
And who are you?
My name is Pythagoras. I'm your father.
Pythagoras. That doesn't make any sense. He died decades ago.
Yes, almost a century if memory serves. And yet, here I am, standing before you.
And Icarus is...
My oldest and dearest friend. I sent him to watch over you. And now, here you are.
Mirini, my mother, she sent me here to find you.
Mirini, she sent you here because she knew this was your destiny.
My destiny?
There's more at stake than any one mind can comprehend.
Why was I sent here? What's my role in all of this? I want answers.
There is knowledge in this place. Powerful knowledge. In the wrong hands, its secrets could bring about the downfall of humanity. We cannot allow others to discover this place. We must find a way to seal it from the world forever.
I don't understand any of this. I'm a warrior, not a scholar.
We all have a purpose, Cassandra. Yours was to help me protect the secrets of Atlantis.
You're right. We must save the Greek world from itself.
Above all things, trust yourself. You're capable of greatness.
I'll do my best.
The answers I seek are behind these mechanisms. They are sealed, and the artifacts to open them are missing.
So, I need to find the artifacts and return them to Atlantis.
I've collected information that hints at where these artifacts may be located. However, they are incredibly powerful. They corrupt the minds of lesser people and possess a will to defend themselves.
I'll bring them back. But I still have questions for you.
And I have answers. For now, though, take this. It's part of a key to access an artifact that is hidden in Viotia. I have an ally trying to find the second half as we speak.
Meanwhile, back in present day...
Theata! We found Atlantis!
Atlantis? Let me check your vitals. You're delirious.
We've been searching for an Isu artifact with reality-bending powers, and this bothers you?
Pythagoras was born around 570 BCE. That would make the man in that cave nearly 150 years old. What could possibly be keeping him alive?
The staff of Hermes Trismegistus!
Mrs. San, you were right. I'll help you pack up the gear.
Thanks. Let's roll out. I've reached the coordinates. The series of caves we detected should be right under me. My equipment's ready. Preparing to dive.
You have no idea what's down there. There could be sharks.
I prefer that to Templars.
We'll keep an eye out for Abstergo. Good luck, Lila.
Thanks. I'm heading down now. There has to be a way in. I'll find it.
Hey, look. It's where we just were, 24 centuries earlier. Yeah, the
There! That must be the way in.
apartment that they were in was in London, so there's been a little bit of a time skip here. Trivial compared to the time skip between,
Are you all still reading me? It's awfully quiet on comms.
We hear you, Lila.
Thanks. It's just so silent down here.
You're not alone, Layla. We're monitoring your progress.
Cassandra and
You're
Layla.
doing fine. Yeah, we're here if you need us.
Said there's something sitting at the desk.
Well, I don't have to be on a boat to be useful. I have loads of information on ancient Greece. Did you know that at Zakros, the Minoans built a graveyard so huge it was known as the Ravine of the Dead?
Can we please
I die down here, you'll rename this place the Caves of the Dead.
I'm on it. People!
But yes, they are in a race with Abstergo to try and find the staff of Hermes Trismegistus, which is the Cadius-looking staff that Pythagoras was holding. I have done a little bit of caving, not very much. And there are not very many things that are more dangerous.
I'm gonna miss the London loft. I really like the view.
Miss it? Why can't you go back?
Didn't you read Kyoshi's report?
Underwater
Abstergo's already
caving.
swept through it. It's compromised.
No, I've been busy researching Theta. Kiyoshi, are you alright?
Of course. After clearing out the last of our gear, I observed the infiltration from a distance.
Did they pick up the present I left?
Yes, they found the USB key you dropped under the desk. Nice tactic.
No one at Abstergo will be stupid enough to stick that in a computer.
They don't have to. It's a shell holding one of my special RFID transmitters. Get it anywhere near a workstation, like, say, in the head of security's office, and boom.
Impressive.
All in a day's hack. Wow! It's more elaborate than I could have imagined.
That is a little bit odd hearing, given that she
How
was
did they build all this? What I want to pay for an
here
easy
as
toolbox.
Cassandra.
This is different from Egypt. Some aesthetic elements in common, but... I should get out of this diving suit before I start exploring. It's real. I made it. Layla to Altair 2? I'm in. Do you have visuals?
Yes! By the gods, Layla, it's Atlantis!
How are you feeling? Any nausea from the pressure change?
No, I'm fine. These rooms are... amazing. Think, Layla, think. There must be a way. Something has to power up this place. I'm re-entering the Animus. I need Cassandra to show me how she got farther inside.
Multiple quests accepted. So, there are 4 artifacts that we're going to need to track down. But first, let's talk some more to Pythagoras.
I know there's not much time, but I need answers.
I imagine you have many questions.
I have questions about my family.
The sentimental and emotional connections formed between people have always irked I knew Myrini would fail to stay detached.
Why did you come here and leave my mother and me in Sparta?
I was never going to erase you. Our duty was to continue our ancient bloodline and ensure there was someone strong enough to do what was necessary when the time came.
You could have brought us here with you.
And you would have been unprepared.
If you've been here all these years, how did you meet my mother?
We're both descendants of the people who built this place, just like you. We knew that we had an obligation to preserve our lineage.
That's when you agreed to make me.
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Why is the cult hunting our family?
It is our family's destiny to control the power in this place. In our blood lies the key to unlocking the secrets of Atlantis.
So they want our blood?
You have a destiny, my child, to destroy the cult and their influence on the Greek world. You threaten everything they have striven for, because you have the power to oppose them.
They've tried to destroy me and failed, and they'll never control me. That's all I wanted to know. I want to know more about Atlantis and your work.
There isn't enough time for me to explain even a fraction of what I have learned here. All I can offer for now is a hint of enlightenment.
You call it Atlantis, but what exactly is this place?
I believe it was a city long ago. A place where beings of great knowledge and power lived before humankind had built even its first primitive settlements. It was perhaps some kind of library where the Ancient Ones stored information.
Oh, this place is like a tomb. How did you live down here, and for so long?
This artifact, like your spear, possesses incredible power. It has given me life, so that I may continue to learn from this place.
What have you been studying here?
Everything. The first civilization's history, their culture, their science. With it, we can change humanity's destiny and usher in an age of enlightenment.
Destiny is something only the gods can alter.
They were gods, living, breathing gods.
I've heard enough. What do I do with the artifacts?
Just place them in their corresponding steles, and the path to answers will illuminate.
I should go.
Yes, there is much to do. Bring back the artifacts quickly. The longer we wait, the greater the risk of Atlantis being discovered.
I should go. Okay, Shepard.
To listen and be impressed by the precursor monument around you. They want you to make sure you remembered this island, no matter how often it was renamed. Thera, Callista, Atlantis. At least one of the worst influences is gone in my present, anyway. Juno's power was immense. I never would have been able to transmit these recordings if she was still here.
I suppose I should probably come back to these later. Make more sense. Well, we're not going to be able to climb out, so... So Pythagoras was or Pythagoras as he's more commonly referred to now, was an interesting fellow. He was actually is said to have been the first man to call himself a philosopher, which literally means lover of wisdom, from philo and sopher. He's best known for the Pythagorean theorem, right triangle a squared plus b squared equals c squared. You remember this from basic geometry. So no authentic writings of Pythagoras have survived, and so we know almost nothing for certain about his life. But it's generally agreed that he lived from about 570 BCE to about 495 BCE. So he would have been quite old by the events of this game, since it takes place starting at about 431 BCE and continuing through the low 420s. Pythagoras was known for, in addition to his mathematics, he was known for the idea of metempsychosis, which is the belief that all souls are immortal and are transferred to a new body after death. He taught various bits of mysticism, practicing prophecy and divination, and he had a theory called the harmony of the spheres, which maintained that the planets and stars move according to mathematical equations, which then correspond to musical notes and thus produce an inaudible symphony. He studied numerology. He studied music and how it relates to mathematics. He actually concluded he was one of the first people to formally note that the pitch of a musical note is inverse to the length of string that if you on like a guitar or a harp or what have you, that the longer the string, the lower the pitch. He's noted for astronomy. He's one of two individuals roughly contemporaneous with each other who was the first to teach that Earth was spherical, and he identified Venus as both the morning and evening star, and identified it as a planet as opposed to just another star. He also, interestingly, was the first to use the term cosmos to refer to the order of the universe. So the connection to the cult of cosmos is I'm sure deliberate on the part of the game developers. Okay, so now that I've gone and run through my spiel on
To your position!
notes that we need to figure out where we're headed next. So we've got a number of options. We can head over to Laconia to meet back up with Marini. We can head down to the island of Crete to try and find one of the artifacts that we need to open the doorway to Atlantis. There is a what I suppose we could call as a distress call, a message from the rebels on the island of Mykonos, who are fighting against Podarches the Cruel, who is a cultist. So I'm open to input on where we are headed next. What what interests people. Well, I suppose I will feed this over to here. Since that's what this screen is for anyway. Okay. Heading back to Cassandra. So, while we were on break, I very briefly fast traveled over to the island of Andros. Up here, we're gonna hunt this cultist, Asterion, who's the first available member of the Gods of the Aegean Sea, branch of the cultists. So, go, find ship, sink ship, call it good. And that'll give us a brief bit of time, hopefully, for more people to show up.
Ready for sailing! The commander is taking the helm!
Since, you know, there are plenty of cultists just littering around the map that don't require any particular special quests.
Lower the oars! Arrows at the ready! Shoot when ready! Get ready to fight! Here we go! Everyone ready for impact! And throw! Get ready to fire! Later! Now the spears! Hit them with your spears! Archers! Forward! Ease off! It's speeding up for a hit, Commander! Are you ready? Anchor over water! Ready! Spears! Bows ready! Let's go! There's something here! What? Full speed!
Gonna be more debris in the water soon enough.
Ready to shoot! There's no shadow fit! Fearless! Watch out! We board the dogs! Glorious last breath!
Send him to Poseidon. And the sharks are already circling. Oh look, and some pirate ships coming in as well. That shouldn't be that much of a problem. But before we do that, well, he's gone. And to find him, we'd need to weaken the Obsidian Islands, which are Hydrea and Milos. Let's head to Mykonos and actually, that's a longer quest thread line. People might be interested in that. Fight these ships and see if anyone else joins.
There's much to do, and many unknowns on our horizon.
Ready arrow! Slow! Maximum speed! Get ready! Attack with your spear! Set fire to the arrows! Let's make them burn! Archers to the front! Slow it down! Throw spears! Ready, go, go!
We need to...
Let's move it!
Sir Isaac Newton's the deadliest SOB on the ocean, too.
Sails down! Ship the oars!
So I guess my vote is that we head to Crete and start some of the quest lines there.
Hey! Looks like something valuable!
Specifically, we're going to want to head to Octopus Bay as a starting point.
Something's nearby. Shall we pick it up?
Okay, that whale almost breached right on top of us.
We should pick up that salvage!
So, as we sail into Crete, an interesting bit of history. I was talking earlier some about the...
What's that large landmass on ahead?
It's Crete, land of mysteries and heroes. The Zeus and the Minotaur. Know the story?
Parts of it. Zeus was an Athenian hero. Wasn't a very popular tale in Sparta.
Ah, it's an epic story. The Zeus ventured into the labyrinth to slay the Minotaur, an unsurmountable task, yet he triumphed and saved the people of Minos.
I feel like the Zeus line should have come back.
Cheer up, Cassandra! The gods are on your side! When your task is accomplished, we'll roast some lamb, drink wine, and I'll tell you all the stories I know.
Glad you're here with me.
I am blessed to be in your company, evil bearer.
You seem strangely excited, Herodotus.
One of the most ancient regions of the world, the land of the Minoans. Truly fascinating and mysterious civilization. Geniuses ahead of them.
Should I visit then?
Only ruins remain of their civilization now. It has been lost for hundreds, if not thousands of years. But your journey has exposed mysteries which have left me with no answers. Perhaps you will discover something.
You know, I can give my historical commentary, or I can shut up and let the characters give their own. Which covered a lot of the same ground. That would have been a large cephalopod.
What's the problem?
My husband is missing. He went out fishing yesterday near Nafi and hasn't returned.
You must miss him.
This is more than a wife missing her husband. I truly fear he's in danger.
In danger of what?
Pirates. They were spotted in the area recently. I told them it was too dangerous, but we needed the drachmi to pay swordfish.
Tell me about swordfish.
My husband knows more about him than I do. Please save him, and he'll tell you anything.
If pirates got to him, he may already be dead.
I can't give up hope. He has a fast ship. If he saw the pirates, he'd head to the nearest shore.
I could rescue your husband. For a price.
Please, I'll find a way to pay. Just get him back.
I'll look for your husband. Where should I start?
His favorite fishing spot is on the west coast of Anafi, north of here.
If he's alive, I'll find him.
Ready to embark!
Piracy was a major issue in Creed. King Minos, from the mythical king from which we get the term Minoan civilization, and also father of the Minotaur in legend, is said to have been the first Aegean king, at least, to have raised a navy to fight piracy. Now, I take that with a healthy grain of salt, since a lot of the stories about King Minos were just that, stories. But piracy was a major concern.
Ready the oars! Slow down!
I see what looks suspiciously like pirates.
Your wife sent me to find you.
Praise Poseidon! The pirates were waiting for high tide to attack.
We need to leave now. I'll escort you back to Heraklion.
I'm right behind you.
While I'm here, so just for the sake of geography, that island over there yonder past where the whale was is Thera. Where we started the main part of the forecast this evening. Bye-bye. As the shark randomly jumps out to get somebody. I should point out that at this time, there was no guarantee that anybody who was on a ship had any idea how to swim. And even if they did, you know, wearing 50 pounds of iron and bronze armor might, you know, not help. Armor does not float very well, that is correct. And I don't really think that's the best of odds. You know, kind of be unfortunate if we sank after completing a rescue mission.
I owe you beyond measure. How can I repay you?
There's enough widows in this world. We didn't need another. I was happy to help.
We're behind on our payments to sword fees, so your kindness is appreciated. But here, take this.
Should check out the waters near the beacon.
Thank you for bringing back my husband.
I want to get up on the roof.
Thank the gods. Misthios, I need your help.
What's the problem?
We've been ravaged by storms and rough seas. Poseidon is angry.
Have you tried making an offering?
A simple offering isn't enough to appease him. We need to perform a ritual, but we can't do it without our ceremonial axe.
There are hundreds of axes around. Just use another.
But the Arkalahori axe was crafted for this very purpose.
To appease the gods?
The gods? Swordfish would have me fed to the sharks before Poseidon could punish me.
Swordfish? Who's that?
He's the one who ordered us to conduct this ritual every month. He runs the fish market. I can't say anymore. No one talks about swordfish and gets away with it, Misthios.
What if I insist?
Then I insist you retrieve the axe for me.
You insist?
No. Politely request. And of course, there'll be plenty of drachmi for your help, Misthios.
Okay.
Do you know where the axe is?
Bandits took it. There's a cave east of town. If you follow the path along the shoreline, I'm sure you'll find them.
I'll go take a look.
And don't swing it around. It's a delicate, ceremonial axe.
Uh-huh. Right.
Here we are.
That cave.
Let's go.
What did I miss? Ah. Switch over to the sneaking outfit.
To stay hidden.
Hey look, it's the delicate ceremonial axe.
This must be the axe. Doesn't look like it can cut anything.
We'll be going back there. But we should deliver the axe first.
Need something else to find that axe, Misthios?
Who is this swordfish you want to impress?
He'll kill me if I tell you.
And I'll kill you if you don't.
Swordfish has always run the fish market with an iron fist. Charges the fishermen fees. If they don't pay up, the sharks eat well.
Sounds like a charming fellow.
Why do you fear swordfish?
Everyone does, Misthios. He's not to be trifled with. Once, he took a man's nose off for sneezing in his presence.
Quite the reputation. Point me in Swordfish's direction.
I don't know where he is. No one's seen him for years, Misthios. Some think he's dead. Just last week, some fishermen boldly said we should no longer pay fees to a dead man. Guess who's dead now?
I'll take my chances. Where is he?
He used to live at Fisherman's Beacon to the north. You could try your luck there.
This axe would fetch a good price at the Aura.
No, you can't sell it. Give it back. I'll pay you. Take all the drachmi I have.
The axe was yours to begin with. Take it.
You had me worried, Misthios. Thank you. I owe you my life.
The beacon.
Off we go now.
Let's go, folks. lighthouse notwithstanding, doesn't look like swordfish is around. But... found some sharks. Well, somebody's been here, but it doesn't look like anybody's around right now. We'll have to try back later. Gnosis Palace.
Let's go.
A set of... a ruin complex
Off we go
dating
now.
from Minoan Greece that still exists today.
Let's go.
According to legend, it is the palace of King Minos. And at the very least, historically, it would have been the center of the local palace economy.
Legendary Knossos. Once palace to King Minos.
Someone's made camp.
Don't touch that chest. It's mine.
I'm no thief, but if I was, I'd want something more valuable.
Take that back.
These ruins are an interesting place to set up camp. What brings you here?
A long time ago, below this very spot, my pater, the great adventurer Nikios, entered the labyrinth to steal the Minotaur's treasure. As I waited outside, I heard shouts and roars. Then his men came pouring out. His men, but not pater. I need to save him.
Tragic tale. But last I heard, the Minotaur was living in Pevka. He's quite famous.
They don't know what they're talking about. The real Minotaur is in Messara.
That's what they said in Pevka.
It's a scam. Trust me, I know scams.
Where is he then? You said the labyrinth was beneath us.
Yeah, there's a creepy-looking trapdoor beneath the temple.
Take me there, and I will slay the Minotaur and find your pater's... Find your pater.
You'll do that?
The Minotaur will die, and I will find your pater.
Thank you, Mistios. No one ever believes me.
Just calm down and take me to the labyrinth. What's your name?
Ardos. Now follow me. The entrance is way down on the ground. It's down, this way. This place is going to blow your mind, Mistios. There's a huge room, and there's a huge hole in the ground with a huge door. Everybody keeps going on about how the Zeus killed the Minotaur. Lies. I heard it. A roar like rolling thunder. Yeah, that's it. The Minotaur is still alive and hungry.
Great.
I'm glad you came along. No pater has a shot of getting out of that damn labyrinth. They really didn't have to put the entrance this deep. Here we are. Isn't this amazing?
I've seen some things, Ardos, but this...
is amazing!
So the Minotaur lies beneath Knossos' palace. Open the door. I've got a Minotaur to slay.
Ah, oh, right. It's locked.
Of course it's locked.
Don't worry, we'll find a way. You must know something.
I don't, but the guys who went into the labyrinth with my pater will. I tried talking to them, but they won't speak to me.
They'll speak to me. Who are these people?
The Collector, Swordfish, and my old caretaker. My old caretaker. Boring old man. Never wanted to talk to me about my pater or the Minotaur. So I left him to find out the truth on my own.
Bold.
And the Collector is this guy who buys weird stuff. He's a merchant in Gortin. Oh, and the last guy, they call him Swordfish.
Of course.
He's the boss of Octopus Bay, and he's mean.
Where should I start looking for Swordfish?
Fisherman's Beachhead in Heraklion would be your best bet. No one's seen him in years. Some think he's dead.
Swordfish? He must have a long, pointy nose.
No, he's really good with a sword, and he's really good with a fish, I guess.
Right.
This Collector, where is he?
He lives in Gortin, near some red pillars, in a crazy house with lots of stuff. I've borrowed some trinkets from him. He has so many, he never even noticed.
Don't let me catch you borrowing from me.
From you, I would never get caught.
Tell me more about this old man.
Okay, so my old caretaker recently sent me a message about wanting to meet in Festos.
That's nice of him.
He never answered me about my pater or the Minotaur. Ever. That's why I left in the first place.
I'll go in your place and see what I find.
The message said to meet him at our old house, northeast of here, near Festos.
Where did you say I'll find your caretaker?
Old caretaker. The message said to meet him at our old house to the northeast, near Festos.
I'll make sure they all talk. You must be the hoarder.
The Collector.
Dust collector, maybe. I'm here about the Minotaur.
No. I can't. I don't know anything about the Minotaur.
Ardos sent me. He says you know things.
Ardos, the boy. Never talk to the boy. We all promised.
I'm not here to break bones. I'm here for information. Give it to me, and I'll be on my way.
I'll answer your questions, but you won't ask the right one.
Can we not play games?
Fine. You're going to need Theseus's armor, which I sold to be part of a collection at the fort.
There's nothing wrong with my armor.
Nicias thought his armor was the finest in the Greek world. He could have worn Theseus's when we found it. But I was the perfect fit. Minotaur struck me right in the chest. Should have died. But Nicias... Don't make Nicias's mistake. Wear Theseus's armor.
What do you know of the boy?
Son of Nicias. Stubborn. A little shit. His father's son.
You remember him fondly enough, yet you refuse to speak to him.
If I speak, he might not listen. The truth is armor against little, Misthios.
You said you sold Theseus's armor. Who has it?
A military commander, stationed in the fort. He has a cave filled with all sorts of prizes. The armor is his crown jewel.
Sounds like a hard thing to part with.
No, easy. That armor, it would have saved Nicias. It would have saved the boy's father. Yet, I wore it. I didn't deserve. The armor haunted me. No point keeping ghosts in my collection.
Breathe, Collector. I've learned enough. If Theseus's armor is still in the fort, I'll find it.
There are more pieces of Theseus's armor. I've only managed to attain 2 of them. But someone stole one from me. If you find it, you can have it. But give whoever took it a piece of my mind. And perhaps a piece of your blade.
The hidden cave.
So, contrary to what is suggested here, we don't actually
Better stay hidden.
need Theseus's armor.
I learned about the Code of Gordin in the Agogi as a child.
Interesting that he has no bodyguards with him.
What's going on?
This job will be dangerous, and could get us both killed.
All my jobs are dangerous.
This job is about power. The power to rule Gortin by starting a war.
Wars cost both drachmi and lives.
I know the price. A war will be devastating. But in the end, it's what's best for Gortin.
What do you have in mind?
I am the head of the Pool Council, and according to our code, after a war is lost, the Council chooses our next leader. Me.
And you need some heads to roll to get things started.
Just one head. There's a visiting herald from Festus. No doubt here to broker peace with Gordin. His murder will guarantee that war is the only option for Gordin.
And my fee?
You'll be paid very handsomely for your efforts.
I'll start the war for you. But first, I need more information.
Before the war can truly begin, we'll need your help weakening Gordin. Destroy their supplies, steal their valuables, and kill that Malaka's visiting herald.
Where can I find the visiting herald?
This man of peace stays at the leader house at night and wanders around Gordin during the day. Kill him, and Gordin will be blamed for his murder.
Tell me about the supplies I should destroy.
The weapon racks and supplies in Daedalus Fort must be destroyed to ensure they don't win the war.
There's plenty of valuables to be found in Daedalus Fort.
Stealing from there will hurt the Gordin war effort most.
I'll start this war for you. I hope you know what you're doing.
We've been planning this for a while. See me when everything is complete.
I see him.
Yeah, he's a real piece of work. It's not clear to me that he's actually part of the cult, though. Though he's definitely got the personality for it if they were recruiting. But, you know, the quest giver taketh power. Somebody else will pay us to take him out. Well, looks like the leader that we just...
I will be a son to Cosmos, and the cult will be my family.
...assassinated was the father of this cultist.
It's done. Gordin is weak and ready for new leadership.
Praise the gods. Here is a reward for your troubles.
After war, the Bull Council chooses a new leader.
A new leader. Like, you know, the guy that was just the quest giver. Hey, look.
Huh?
Let's, relieve him of the Theseus armor piece.
Theseus's armor. Oh, it is real. I wonder how many more pieces of Theseus's armor are there.
I can answer the question 2. How many pieces of armor there are? There's enough to make a whole set. It's not a particularly impressive set, but there's enough for it. And I actually already have set up a Minotaur fighting armor set. So Daedalus Fort, Daedalus was the polymath who was responsible for, among other things, designing the labyrinth to hold the Minotaur, according to legend. He was also the father of Icarus. So, let's see. Let's go, folks. Yeah, you mentioned that it looked like a lot of higher tier bad guys. Yeah, it was. That's the national body, or the bodyguard for the national leader, which is generally rather strong if the nation power is high, which at the moment it is. So you'll see these prickly pear cacti scattered around the landscape here in Crete. That is accurate for Crete today. It's the right climate for it, and so they're rather common. But they actually are indigenous to the New World, to the American Southwest. So, at this time period, they would not have been in Crete.
Where's the boy? Ardos.
You're his caretaker?
Of course. I need to speak with him.
Let's do this one for the lulz.
Don't you recognize me? Remember all the times we shared the secrets?
Don't take me for a fool.
Who told you about the boy? Speak!
It's nothing personal with the boy or the old man, but if I tell you anything, I'm good as...
Dead? Guess what'll happen if you don't tell me anything?
Okay. What is it you want to know?
Where is the old man?
They're at Festos village, southwest of here. They got him tied to a post and they're beating him.
What is to happen to the boy?
I don't know, Mistios. They just told me to bring him back. But we both know what they're capable of.
And you'd bring them an innocent boy? You'd stand by as an old man gets beaten.
But...
And you agreed to kidnap the boy.
They're just up the road. The cult. Go kill them all. You'll be doing me a favor, too. Let me go, and I won't tell anyone what happened.
I'll let Zeus decide your fate. I need to find the old man.
Thank you, Mistios.
The old man is alive. I should check the temple in Festos.
You know, of course, if the fellow there causes problems, we can always deal with them. This village has seen better days.
There's the old man amongst those guards. The old man is here.
She might be worth knocking out as a lieutenant for the Adrestia. So it's the cult soldiers are nasty combatants, whether you're fighting them or they're fighting somebody else. And so, if you happen to find one like I'm gonna butcher this, but Antianera here, who is worth recruiting as a lieutenant in terms of talents, when they act as a marine boarding an enemy ship, they bring that set of attack patterns with them, which can be very powerful.
I should stay hidden if I don't want to fight.
Of course, now the challenge is successfully incapacitating her so that she can be recruited. Killing a cultist guard is comparatively easy, but recruiting is much more challenging.
hiring sailors, and I'll pay more than you've ever made.
That's actually a nice size. Might have to engrave that.
They would kill me! I've told you everything I know! Wait. Go on.
Ardo sent me. Can you walk?
The boy. Thank the gods. Let's get out of here before they return. You! Hey! Please! Let me out! Please! If I can ever repay this, I will, Mistios.
Breathe, old man.
Ardos, the boy. Is he safe? Alive?
He's made a lot of enemies with his charm.
At least he's safe from any danger I may have caused him.
I'm looking for a way into the labyrinth. Ardo said you might know something.
I know this. That place is death.
What drove everyone out of the labyrinth? Something must have happened.
I never went inside. I'm not a fool. But Nikios wanted me to watch the boy. I stayed outside and prayed. But I heard it. The Minotaur. Two returned. But Nikios...
Ardos said his father is in the labyrinth. Is this true?
Yes. He never came out. Though two who did will never truly escape it.
Ardo says you refuse to speak or talk to him about his father.
How can anyone tell a boy the person he looks up to, his father and only family, is dead? What I can do in Nikios' honor is to stop his son from entering that cursed place.
Why would they hurt you?
When the survivors fled the Minotaur, they left behind a disc, the key to the labyrinth. And I kept it.
Then why do they think Ardos has it?
Because he does. He stole it from me. And I told them about it. They tortured me, Mistios. I tried not to break. I failed him. I failed him all these years.
The people who tortured you belong to a powerful cult. They have broken stronger men than you. You can still make things right with Ardos. As smart as he is, he still needs someone to look out for him. Family. He needs you.
He doesn't even want to see me, Mistios.
Keep trying.
About the disc. He doesn't know its true purpose, Mistios. With it, you'll be able to open the labyrinth. Just promise to keep him safe.
He'll be safe with me. I should ask Ardos if the old man is telling the truth.
Whoop. Well, looks like the old man got away, because I don't see his body.
Step aside. What?
Come on. This area will be well defended.
So, if I am remembering the timing on things correctly, there should be enough time in the remainder of the stream to, in the 45 minutes or so left, to finish out this Minotaur-related quest line, and then
These
to
fishermen should know something about swordfish.
sail to Laconia to meet up with Mirini.
I hear you're looking for a certain fish.
Yes, swordfish.
I hope you know what you're in for. He's ruthless. Cut off a man's nose just for sneezing.
Why is it that every time I mention his name, people jump?
Swordfish controls Heraklion and everyone in it.
Where is he?
No one's seen him in a long time. But there's a rumor he controls Heraklion from a hideout underground.
That's ridiculous.
It's all I know, mistress.
If he's so dangerous, why are you talking to me?
I'm old, tired, sick of bowing down to pay fees. If you can take him out, we're all better for it.
Not another word out of you, Malaka. I have orders. Everyone who talks about swordfish must die.
Is that so? Okay, maybe he's not going to attack us.
This is it. What's going on here? Swordfish.
Deimos, I knew you'd come. Dog! Dog of Cosmos! Have you come to bite?
I have nothing to do with occultists.
Think I believe you? You're mad!
I'm here for the...
I won't go back! I won't go back in there! I don't care if I owe the cult. I want out! You want that artifact? Go fetch it!
Once a cultist, always a cultist.
What do you want from me then, Demos?
Answers. And you will give them to me. How did you end up here?
I'm hiding amongst the filth. And from it, I can't show my face anymore. But Heraklion is still mine! All its fish, and all its people!
You're insane. What happened in there that drove you to this?
The Minotaur happened! I was lucky! Nikios, though. The Cosmos promised me everything! Not this!
How did you get into the labyrinth?
Nikios had a key. He put it into the stele. But you can't go in there. He'll kill you. It'll get out and kill us all!
You underestimate me.
That's what Nikios said! Ah! I'll feed you to the sharks!
Not so good with a sword after all.
You can find Drachmi anywhere if you look hard enough. All it takes is a little persuasion.
Yeah, he was a piece of work.
A broken man. Haunted by the Minotaur to the very end.
Back to Andros then. Or Ardos then.
Come on, here!
So for those of you who joined after we were here, this is Knossos Palace, palace of the legendary King Minos, and the location built atop the labyrinth with the Minotaur.
You?
Whatever it was, I didn't steal it.
The old caretaker said you?
Whoa, he told you stuff? Did he tell you anything about my pater?
No, he didn't, but...
What about the collector?
He said you're like your pater.
Really? That's nice to know.
Look, the old caretaker said you...
Wait. And swordfish? What did he say? You found him, right?
He said the key goes in the stele.
Oh, I know where the stele is. But wait, what's this key you're talking about?
The old man said you stole something from him.
No, I didn't. Wait, what did he accuse me of stealing?
The key to the labyrinth, a disc.
Oh. You mean this old thing? I always wondered what it was for.
Swordfish mentioned there was a place to put the disc. In a stele.
Oh, so what do we do now?
If we put the disc into the stele, the entrance to the labyrinth should open. Then I see about the Minotaur.
And you'll save my pater too, right?
Ardos, I don't think your pater is still...
He's alive, I know it. We just have to hurry.
Looks like a piece of Theseus' armor.
He waits. That's not an ominous quest name. Let's not push him in. That would be bad.
Be Minoan. What is this? Walaka! It's real! By the gods! The string Theseus used to navigate the labyrinth. Let's see what's at the end.
Somebody's seen better days. This is a properly ominous looking place.
A creature of rage did this. This must be Nikios.
What's left of him, anyway.
A ring. Ardos might want this. Been this way before.
Yes, I know, Cassandra.
Minotaur. And here we go! Creatures. I killed the Minotaur! Mother would be so proud! The Minotaur is dead. Thanks for your help, Hardos.
Where's Petter?
I searched the labyrinth and... I'm sorry, Hardos.
Sorry? Why?
Hardos, the Minotaur was no ordinary monster.
And Petter isn't just a regular guy. He's a hero.
He might have been your hero, but...
He must be alive. Find him.
He's dead, Hardos. We can't raise the dead. But we can move on.
I'm afraid I'll forget him. I don't want to forget him.
Take it. To remember him by.
Petter's ring? Thank you. Thank you.
We should get out of here. What will you do now?
I don't know, Mistios. Without Petter, I don't know.
Maybe you can figure it out together.
Ardos.
Remember, you're never alone. There will always be people who care. Stay out of trouble, boy.
You know I can promise you that.
I'll make sure of it, Mistios. Thank you. Let's go home, Ardos.
I'd like that. I'm sorry I stole it.
I understand.
And your amulet.
What amulet?
And your ring collection.
That's where.
And your memoirs.
I cannot finish those. By the gods, you can't be stealing things all the time, Ardos.
But I'm good at it. And I only steal from people who deserve it.
I didn't deserve it.
You didn't talk to me for years.
Well, you're right. I wasn't there for you. Perhaps I did deserve it.
I know, right? Not to mention all the gold.
What? Ardos?
Would never know.
If he did, we know where to find him. So, now it is time to set sail for Laconia to reunite with Myrrine and get set up for the next segments set in Sparta. So a bit of business as we're heading in that direction.
Rowers, to positions! You'll never believe what happened in Messara. Actually, you probably will.
You have my full attention!
I found the legendary labyrinth near Knossos.
Did you go inside?
I defeated the Minotaur.
That's quite a story.
Story? These are the gods we're talking about, Herodotus! Tell me, what did the beast look like? Was he as ruthless as the legends say?
He was. And smelled pretty bad, too.
How could anyone possibly believe?
I ripped out one of his horns. Battle position!
We need to place against those fireballs!
Anyway, as we're heading to Laconia, next stream will be sometime on Sunday afternoon, probably, if there's interest. I'm thinking of moving to doing 3 streams a week, where I've been doing 2 for the last several weeks. What are people's thoughts on timing? 1:30 to 5, 1 to 4, 2 to 5. I could do 1 to 5 if people want something longer. I don't really expect any one person to necessarily watch all of broadcasts in their entirety, but I also don't want to make it prohibitively challenging. And because of how audience metrics work with Twitch, there's some incentive to not be. Since I'm trying to be serious about this, there's some incentive to not be streaming to an empty room. Sunday, to be clear, Sunday afternoon. Okay, that's useful info.
Probably salvage that.
Well, I will be continuing to solicit feedback from people over the next little bit and contacting folks who aren't currently around, seeing what their thoughts are on the matter. So, timing on stream for having it on Sunday, that might still be TBD. I've put a provisional time up on the schedule for the 1:30 to 5 time slot, but that'll be TBD for certain, and I'll at the very least, there will definitely be a stream on Tuesday evening. When in Sparta, might as well dress the part.
Sails up! Now! Ready oars for docking!
You made it. I trust the seas were favorable?
Poseidon might be the only one not trying to kill me.
And did you go to Thera? Did you find him?
I did.
What did he tell you?
He told me a lot of things. Icarus was once his, the doors to Atlantis need to be sealed, and something about mind-controlling artifacts. I think I left with more questions than answers.
Yes. He tends to have that effect on people.
When you and he... Well, did you know he was over 100 years old?
He looked young for his age. I never imagined we'd stand on Spartan soil together again.
I don't know how to feel. I spent some of the happiest days of my life here. And some of the worst, too.
Sparta is our home. But we'll have to rid ourselves of the Puppet King if we are ever to find peace.
Whatever happened to our old house?
Nikolaos stayed after I left, but now that he's gone, I don't know.
Why don't we go find out?
Of course. But first, there's something I want to show you. We get to Sparta, the more memories keep flooding in.
No matter how far I ran, I never could escape them.
I know. On Naxos I could forget. It was as if I had locked Sparta in a box and tossed it to the bottom of the sea.
Did you put your memories of us in that box?
I wanted to. But it would have taken all the wood in the land to build one.
Marauding Athenians.
Come on. Bella. Come on.
This is where I first trained you to use your spear.
Hesitation only hastens the grave.
You remembered.
How do you think I got this far?
We had to pry that spear from your hand while you slept. You said you needed it to fight the monsters in your dreams.
I couldn't face Cerberus empty-handed. Those children will be ripped to shreds. We should help them.
Cassandra, wait! You mustn't interfere. This is Spartan training territory. The agoge is what turns boys into men. Interfering would only weaken them, weaken Sparta.
They're no good to Sparta if we leave them to die.
And they're no good to Sparta if they're too weak to kill a wolf. Come. Let's go home.
The Ekogi was ruthless, but effective, after a fashion at least.
That training is ruthless.
Not ruthless. Effective. The best of those boys will become Cryptia, keepers of the peace and stalkers in the night.
Stalkers in the night?
There's a reason Sparta never changes. It has rules and they are strict. Spartans rule Laconia, but most of its citizens are ilotas, enslaved peasants made to work the fields and mines.
Slaves? Why don't they revolt?
Spartan fields keep them fed, and Spartan warriors keep them safe. First from the Persians and now from the Athenians. When they forget their place, the Cryptia are ordered to keep the peace.
I see.
Most of us make great sacrifices for comfort.
Most. Not all. I never thought I'd find myself back in Sparta. It looks so peaceful, despite the war raging elsewhere. Another day. This was the first and last place I ever felt safe.
As soon as you were old enough to hold a spear, you trained in this yard from morning till night.
Nikolaos was a tough teacher to please.
He hid his pride from you. But every night he would tell me, she's going to bring glory to Sparta.
As much as I hate him for what he did, I wouldn't be who I am today without his training.
My heart broke that day. But for the first time in ages, standing here with you, I truly believe it can mend again.
Me too.
Do you remember the first time you held your brother?
I was scared I'd break him. I piled every blanket and pillow we had around me.
Even then, you held him so tight, I thought you would squeeze the life out of him.
He turned out stronger than we thought.
The gods must be playing tricks on my eyes.
Good to see you, Brasidas. It's been a long time since I rescued you from the warehouse fire in Corinth.
That's not how I remember it.
You look well, Brasidas.
The rumors were true. You're alive!
Many we thought to be dead are still breathing.
When I heard the two of you came home...
We're in Sparta, but we're not home yet.
We want our house back, Brasidas.
Sparta claimed your estate after Nikolaos' disappearance. They're waiting for his adopted son to claim it. But he hasn't returned from the war.
Stentor? I knew I should have killed him on the beach. What do we have to do to get it back?
You'll need to negotiate your Spartan citizenship with the kings. It won't be easy.
Why not?
As happy as I am to see you, the kings won't be. Especially Archidamos. Your exit from Sparta wasn't exactly... graceful.
He can't still be mad I broke his nose.
You what?
In any case, he hasn't forgotten. But I have an idea that might help him forgive.
Tell us.
Spartan soldiers have been giving weapons to the Ilotes. Whoever takes care of these traitors will earn his thanks.
Why on earth would Spartan soldiers be helping Ilotes?
Ilotes greatly outnumber Spartan citizens, but they're leaderless, mostly farmhands, servants, and apprentices. If someone unified them, armed them, and trained them, they'd be a real threat to Sparta.
But you said it was Spartans who were arming them.
All the more reason to deal with this quickly. You find out why the Ilotes are being armed, and you'll have the king's attention.
Where will I find these Spartans?
They were last spotted in the Gorani marble quarry, in the forest of Eurotas.
So, I find the soldiers. Then what?
Spartans are loyal to their commander. Take him out, and the rest should disperse.
And the weapons?
Destroy them. The Ilotes have caused enough trouble with shovels and sickles. The last thing Sparta needs right now is them carrying swords.
So, to get our house back, I must take out the Spartan commander responsible for inciting a useless rebellion. Sounds easy enough.
Find me in the throne room when it's done.
And where will you be?
This is where I raised you. It's also where Leonidas raised me. I'm going to visit his tomb just beyond the estate. You should pay your respects too before you get started.
I'll try.
Okay. Let's see. We'll, I think, go ahead and call that a good stopping point for the evening. I want to thank everybody for joining us, and I hope to see everyone again next time. As I mentioned 15 odd minutes ago, we're tentatively on the schedule for Sunday afternoon. I'll keep people informed through social media in terms of what the exact timing on that's going to end up being. If I've already heard from some people who are going to be busy at that point, since we had fewer people around for the stream this evening, I might wind up not running a stream at all, or running a shorter one on Sunday, just so that we don't get too far ahead and have people having to catch up. And I'll keep people informed in any case. So, since this is a social network, don't forget to follow the channel if you haven't already. Streams are archived here on Twitch for 14 days and then permanently over on my YouTube channel. There's a link in the Twitch channel About tab. And so that, I think, is where we're going to call it. Thanks for watching, folks.